Not everybody has the ability to focus on the game for 10 hours a day, but throwing it up on a second monitor and AFKing while you get some work done is a great way to make some passive GP or gain some XP. And with that in mind, welcome to AFKing 9 to 5. Fellas, welcome back to AFKing 9 to 5. In today's episode, we're stepping away from the fishing in the PVM and we're checking out some mining. Today I'll be mining Amethyst ores for 8 hours. I'm pretty sure this is very good money, but the XP is pretty bad. Amethyst is a really good AFK activity, but it does have a very high requirement of level 92 mining. You could technically do this at 89 by using the dragon pickaxe spec, but it's probably not worth trying to maintain that boost. There aren't a ton of good mining options for AFK activities. Your only other one is really Motherlode Mine, so maybe we'll try that in another video, but for now, let's talk about Amethyst. There are currently 2 locations in the entire game that you can mine Amethyst ores, and they're actually both right next to each other. You have the main mine that can be accessed by anyone. This place is very commonly filled with bots and just regular players, so there's a ton of competition for these ores. The second mine is just a little bit to the left. To get access to this mine, you need to have completed the Elite Falador Achievement Diary. You do need some pretty high stats for this. I'll show you them on screen now. 91 farming and 88 RC is pretty steep just to unlock a mine. So if you don't have this, don't worry, it is still possible to do this method in the regular mine. Of course, I'm a sweaty nerd and have access to this mine, so this is where I'll be mining today. Getting here is really easy. You can teleport to Falador and run down here. Or more commonly, just use the skills necklace to get to the mining guild. This is my gear setup for today. The only thing that really stands out here is the Varrock Armor 4. This armor can basically let you double your ore sometimes. When you're mining, you have a chance to mine 2 ores at once, and it does work here. So if you have this plate body, this will greatly increase your GP per hour. The other thing that stands out is the expert mining gloves. These gloves will basically give you a 25% chance to not deplete the ore when you're mining Amethyst, therefore making it much more AFK. To get these gloves, you have to gather minerals inside the mine here. So doing this before you actually have the gloves is not bad because you'll be getting those fragments along the way.
This is an editor's note. Before you start mining, you should probably check with Bologna to see if you have them turned on. And also, this is by no means an efficient way to get these gloves. If you want to get them faster, the best way to do it is through iron, but you will get these minerals from any ores in the mining guild. Thank you, and back to the video.
While you're mining down here, you have the option to craft the amethyst as you get them. This will just save you from clicking all the way to the bank, depositing your inventory, running back. But to do this smartly, you need to look at the price of amethyst items before you start crafting them. So to start my day, I bought 4 amethyst ores and I price checked them. Unfortunately, the only profitable thing was amethyst arrow tips, and these have a 85 crafting requirement. The bolt tips have the lowest requirement of level 83, the javelin heads are level 87, and the dart tips are level 89. But with this information in hand, I decided to just make arrow tips all day. All 4 of them give the same amount of crafting experience, so that's not really an issue, but just remember to pick the one that's the most profitable at the time. Amethyst was very chill. I was very AFK today, but I still think I got a decent amount mined. There is one glaring mistake that I think I made. I don't know if it was smart to bring a charged glory in the gem bag. I'm still not certain on how gems roll. Do they roll in place of a mining roll, or are they an additional roll on top of it? I have no idea. But for my day of mining, this is the amount of gems that I got. It was about 40k worth, and it was really not worth it. I guess it saved me the inventory space or the banking time, but if this is replacing a roll on the ore drop table, it's definitely not worth it to do this. Amethyst was weird in the sense that sometimes I would click on one and it would instantly deplete. Then I would click on the next one and it would take over 10 minutes for it to deplete. The variety in AFK time is not ideal, but having an activity that has 10 minutes of AFK time is pretty insane. Throughout my day of mining, I gained 128,000 XP, making it 16.3k per hour. I also gained 31k crafting experience, making it about 4,000 per hour. I gained 7,830 arrow tips and 23 minerals. So if you remember the expert mining gloves, they cost a total of 240 fragments. That would mean if you did this 9 to 5, it would take you 10 days to get these gloves. My arrow tips ended up selling for 2.25 million GP, making this 281,000 GP per hour. So this method is very comparable in GP wise to Karambwans. When I made my video on Karambwans, they were quite expensive, but they have since fallen over 40 GP. That would now make this method better than Karambwans for GP, but still substantially worse for XP. One thing I also want to include in these videos now is the pet rate. I know some people love hunting pets, myself included, and I actually did the mining pet here. The base drop rate for the rock golem from Amethyst crystals is 1 in 46,350. In my 8-hour session, I mined 522 amethyst crystals. And get ready for it because this is a very large number. If you were to do this 9 to 5, it would take you 88.7 full work days to get the mining pet here, or the equivalent of 710 hours. This is of course just using the numbers that I got. You could potentially mine more or even less per hour. This is by no means the best way to get the mining pet, but it is one of the most chill. I think most people will get this pet by accident at Motherlode Mine, or if you're hard farming it, you're more likely to get it from Volcanic Mine or the Gem Mine. This one gets the seal of approval from me. It's rare to find a good AFK mining activity, and I know 16,000 XP per hour is pretty rough, but for mining, it's actually pretty good. If you're working on 99 mining, a little bit of Amethyst, a little bit of Motherlode Mine, you could probably even mix in some mining XP from when you go for 99 rune crafting, and you'll get there eventually. This is a very slow skill, so having a pretty good moneymaker, as well as a very AFK activity is much needed. Just from making this video, I now really want to make a video essay on why mining is actually one of the best skills in the game, and it's probably not for the reasons that you're thinking, because the XP rates for all activities are pretty abysmal. And that was AFKing Amethyst 9 to 5. It's kind of corny, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for the continued support. It is absolutely mind-blowing, and I want to make more content that you guys want to see. So if there's anything from this game that you want to know more about or you want me to talk about, please let me know in the comment section. I am just one person, and the hardest part is coming up with ideas. But nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you to my YouTube channel member, Snacks. I appreciate your continued support. If you want to become a member yourself, there's a little join button below. I'm still looking for ideas for this series. I have a couple, but I'm always looking for more. If there's something you want to see a realistic XP rate on for being AFK 9 to 5, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will definitely add it to the list. I think in the next one, I'm going to go back to fishing, and it will be another 2 for 1. But I've got nothing left to say, so I'll see you in the next one.